Honey Heart C. Easy, easy, careful now, unload them out, unload them. Oh, mini fans, do we have 2 horses in here? Oh, perfect, let's get them out. Careful with them, please, careful. They need help. Open up the gates and have them come on out and oh no! What happened to this horse? Look at its face, oh no. Told ya. You need to be careful with them. These horses need to get all fixed up. Okay, let's get out this other one. Let's see, how does this one look? Oh no, this one's even worse. Look at the horse's face. Its eye is all lifted up here to the side. Oh no. So I got this letter from my mini fan. It says, Dear Honey Heart C, your biggest fan, Kira, can you please fix my horses? Oh no, my dog Shyla damaged them. So that is why they have these faces like this. So we are going to be fixing them up in today's video. Welcome to Help Me Hospital.
Help me, hospital!
All right, these horses are in good hands. We are going to be fixing them up. So the first thing that I'm going to want to do, whenever you want to repair your horses, if this happens to your models, you're going to want to remove some of the sharp edges and some of this lifted up plastic. So of course, for my younger mini fans, have a parent do this for you because you're going to be using scissors and I don't want anybody to hurt themselves. So I'm just going to be removing some of these extra points on the horse. Any lifted up areas, like you can kind of see this area right here is just lifted up. Snip that off. We're gonna give this horse a totally brand new face. So we don't need any of that anymore. Okay, this one, oh, poor girl. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to remove this eyepiece that is here, but don't worry, we're gonna be fixing it up. She's gonna have a whole brand new face. So whoop, clip that away. And any of this extra sharp pieces. Okay, good. Now they kind of feel a little bit smooth now. Now I'm gonna take a nail file and smooth out the face even further. This is much different than filing your nails. This is filing plastic. So sometimes it depends on the plastic, but you may have to really kind of work on it to kind of get it to file flat and give yourself a really good starting point here. All right, so this horse looks okay. This one, we're still gonna fix up some of this face here, kind of smooth it out. No sharp points. These horses are now ready for some new faces, so we're gonna take them into surgery to get them a brand new look. Let's get the first horse here on the operating table. We've got a team of professionals that are gonna completely transform this horse's face. Don't worry, you'll be just fine. And what is the special plastic surgery tool we're gonna be using? Oh, well, it's just air dry clay. So I'm going to be using a pinch of clay to reform the horse's face. Now the white one doesn't need too much done. We just have to basically give her a brand new ear. So just using a little touch of my clay, put it on here like that. Now I like to use a little bit of some water, just dip it on my finger, and you just mold out an ear. And it looks like these toy horses actually had very, very large ears, as in comparison to the brown horse. Just kind of make the ears a little bit larger than I probably normally would, just because I think that's what these horses normally had. There we go. So there's one ear that we have going on here. Just kind of push it upward. Another little pinch of clay. Stick it on. Now this one has nothing to grab on, so I have to really kind of mold this one up. Look at that. The horse is looking better already. And I can use a few other tools like the end of a paintbrush to help me just kind of get into some of these areas here, smooth some things out, and just kind of get the shape of this ear here. And then I'm going to fill in some of this area that the horse has on its face here that got chewed on. So I'm going to take my clay and I'm just going to press it on and then rub some of it off. And that fills in some of that area. Same thing with this side right here. So it looks like we need a little bit of some filler here. Take my clay, press it in, and whenever you move your hand like that, look at that. It fills it up perfectly. This horse is looking good. Same thing with right here on its mouth. Some filler in there. Press my clay in there and fill that gap. Now this horse needs a new mane, so take a little bit of some clay, press it right on, kind of press it into the horse's head here. Use a little bit of my paintbrush to help kind of smooth it in to the pole in the top area of the horse's head. And while that's on like that, go in with my toothpick. And now I'm just going to carve out the lines to kind of match its mane here. It's just kind of these easy little mark lines like that. Just kind of carve them out, create a brand new mane for the horse. Brand new little forelock. Oh, so cute. And because we kind of already took away this eye bump right here, I'm going to actually put that back. Take a little clay, round it in my finger to make a circle. This eye before looked really, really low. It doesn't look like it's right. So I'm gonna move it over here more. That would look more correct. And with my paintbrush, just smooth it on in to create a new eye bone. Basically, just a new eye area for our horse. All right, there we go. Looks like this horse is done done and out of surgery.
All right, all she needs to do is be taken to recovery and let her air dry.
All right, have them wheel her out of here. There we go, easy, nice and easy. Now we're gonna get ready for the next patient. And this one, we are definitely gonna have to do a lot more reconstructing on the face. So have her come on over, lie down. Woo, this is gonna be a big one.
All right, team, we're going in. Prep for a long one.
All right, so the first thing we're gonna do again, is fill in all of these areas. We've got a lot of areas to fill in. Grab my clay, wet it with my finger, and press it in to the face. There we go, to fill in all those cracks and crevices. That gives us a blank slate to work with. And this ear area, we'll kind of fill that in a little bit, and the cheek area. Just using this clay to help smooth out and give us a nice, smooth base to work with. Now, the horse will have a little tiny bump on its nose right here, but that's okay. It's just because the shape is supposed to go up like this, but because it's already been pulled down and chewed and damaged here, we'll just do what we can to just kind of help it be as smooth as we can. And we got some damage back here. Fill that in. Okay, good. Now we've got a good starting base. Now we're gonna start by giving this horse a brand new ear. Put the ear on, and we'll fix this ear tip on this side too. It needs a new ear tip. How big those ears are. This horse has really big ears. I'm just gonna keep on working on this until the ears look symmetrical and they look about right. They look about the same. Of course, I wanna keep this mane texture still back here. All right, now we're gonna build up the eye area now that the horse has her ears on. So we just need more build up on this side. It just looks a little bit flat. Yep, just go in with my clay and add in a piece and just build that area up, keeping it nice and smooth. That looks so much better. Oh, I cannot wait to see this horse whenever she's completely out of surgery. And now I'm just gonna kind of carve out the area where her eye was. So she's got her eye right here. So I wanna keep that area exposed. And I also wanna keep her nostril clear and her mouth clear because that was perfectly fine. So we don't need any clay in her nose or mouth. And just like the other side, I'm just gonna kind of carve out an area for her eye. Now the last thing she needs is her forelock put back on. So grab my little piece of clay and attach. Press it in between her ears, press it down, then now add the texture.
All right, good. Surgery was a success. Now she just needs time to rest.
So let's get her rolled out to the resting arena, and then we'll check back in on her. All right, let's check on our patients now that they've had a chance to dry. Let's see here. How are they doing? Oh, looks like they're doing pretty good. All right, now that the clay has had a chance to fully dry overnight, now we get to paint and bring these horses back to life. So I'm just going to keep the same paint colors, but just give it a new, fresh look. So we're gonna keep the horse white with a very light gray mane and tail. So you guys know I like to do an off-white color for horses, so this is an ivory white, and I'm just going to paint. And of course, we're gonna paint over the horse's face. This is where we gave the horse a brand new look here, and those brand new ears for the horse. And of course, after that first coat of paint dries, I'm gonna paint on a second one. You guys know I like doing layers and layers and layers of paint, as long as it is a thin layer, because that way your paint does not clump up on the horse as much. So always wanna use light layers of paint on your customs. So same thing with this horse. And then I'll go in with a third coat of paint. Just keep those layers nice and thin. And now going in with a fourth coat of paint, cover up all of that splotchy. There we go. It takes time to build up the color, but it will be well worth it when your paint is nice and smooth. And a fifth coat of paint. This should be the very last coat. Sometimes white can be a little hard to build up because it doesn't have as much coverage as some paint. It's not quite as forgiving as darker colors, but we'll put on as many coats as needed. Now I'm gonna use some gray paint and add the gray color right back to the horse's mane, just like whenever we started. So use a larger brush to add most of the color, and then I use a smaller brush whenever I need to get a little bit closer here, just to help with the details. Always take your time. Now for a hoof color, I'm gonna mix a little bit of some peach with a tiny bit of tan to make the perfect natural hoof color, and paint that on the hoofs. Then I'm gonna use an even softer pink and really water it down with some water. Lots and lots of water added to my paint. Tap the muzzle just a little bit, just to add a little bit of some pinking coloring to make it look just a little bit more realistic. Ooh, and if you have old paint like me, do not forget to clean the gunk out of the lid, because this makes it a lot harder for the cap to come on and off of the paint. Look at all that gunk! Ew! Okay, my paint is definitely getting old and chunky. Ew, I've had this paint a long time. Ugh. All right, we're gonna let this horse now completely dry before I add in the eyes. Great, now we can work on the chestnut horse. Yep, now it's time for the chestnut horse to get a completely brand new coat color, so I'm still gonna keep it this red chestnutty-ish color. Let's see, what color paint is this one? Ooh, this is a really pretty color, so we'll kind of go with this cinnamon brown and just paint the horse. So his mane and tail are the same color as his body. Maybe we'll go in a little bit later and add a few little highlights to it, just to make it stand out from his body color just a little bit. And go over this area that was repaired. I cannot wait to see what these look like when they're completely done. This is gonna be so great. Look at that, you can kind of already tell as soon as I painted over the clay, this horse looks like a totally brand new horse. Can't even tell it was chewed on by a dog. Same thing with this side. Paint over the face and look at that. Look at how it just blends together. Oh, I'm so happy. This looks so good with these brand new ears. This horse is gonna turn out amazing. And then I'll go in with a second coat of paint. No splotchy here. And then I'll go in with another coat of paint once that one dries and keep on painting until the horse is completely covered with no splotchy. And now for the horse's mane, I'm just gonna use that same body color brown and mix it with just a touch of this brick red color and add that into the mane just so the mane kind of stands out just a little bit more from the body color. Now we're gonna go back in and add the horse's socks in. So I'm just gonna use some very watered down white and just paint those socks right back on. And then once that dries, go in with a little bit more white, and this time it's more of a solid white. And now I'm gonna go in with a natural color and just paint on the hoofs. Oh, here come the surgeons. What are they doing? We'll be right back with the horse. We need to complete the surgery. So there they go with the horse. It's all right, we'll go to the recovery paddock and check in on them. Their surgery is complete. Here we are in the recovery pasture, and the horses have their heads all covered up. We wanted to give them as much time to heal as possible, but it looks like they're ready. All right, let's check out the horses and let's see how they have completely remodeled new faces. We'll start with the white one first. The body looks really good, but now let's see what is underneath here. And ta-da! The horse now has its eyes painted on.
Yep, that's right.
This horse has made a full and complete recovery. Look at that. I mean, it's really hard to tell that there was even any damage at all. Do you guys remember what the horse looked like? I mean, the horse looks so good. All right, let's check on this one. Now, this one was in worse condition than the gray horse. Take the Band-Aid off and ta-da! Wow, look at that! This horse looks really good too. So this one even has its eye painted on there on both sides. Look at that reconstruction. Do you guys remember just how bad this was? I mean, it really was missing like most of its face. So I'm so happy that it looks so much better now. It's got its eyes painted on. Oh, and look at the blaze there.
Yep, that's what we spent time doing. We dotted on the eyes. We created a blaze for the horse, and then we also sealed in their coat color with a Duraclear matte varnish as well.
I mean, it's not completely perfect. I mean, it looks just like how scar tissue kind of looks, aka clay. But scar tissue just means that your body is absolutely amazing and knows how to heal itself. So look at that. So it looks like we've got a little bit of that scar tissue on this side of the horse's face, but I think these look absolutely amazing. Look at that. Look at that. I hope you mini fans enjoyed this episode of Help Me Hospital. Thank you so much to my mini fan Kira for sending these horses in and even inspiring this series. These horses look really great. Remember, you can fix anything you want. All you need is a little bit of some clay and some paint, and you can repair your own models as well. You should definitely try it. If you have any horses or any toys that just don't look their best, just try putting some clay on them and repair them, and they will look just as amazing as these two horses right here. Keep being totally awesome, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, mini fans! All right, mini fans, one of these pictures out of A, B, C, and D is different while the other three are the same. Do you know what's different about one of the pictures? Which one is it? Bye, minis!